FBI arrested 9 people in connection with a violent robbery and kidnapping at a Dallas recording studio. Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley. Investigators say the main suspect, a Memphis rapper known as Pooh Shiesty, held a group of musicians at gunpoint during a dispute over a recording contract. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is live with details. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Clarice, this is certainly a crazy story. According to that complaint, he, along with his father and 7 others, traveled to Dallas back in January to go to a recording studio to meet up for a purported business meeting. But once there, the rapper allegedly held a record executive at gunpoint over that record deal dispute.
From rapper to accused kidnapper, Lontrell Williams Jr., known as Pooh Shiesty, seen here in his YouTube video, is under arrest for allegedly assaulting the owner of his record label, New 1017 Records, during a purported business meeting in Dallas back on January 10th. At the time of the incident, he was on house arrest for a previous unrelated crime.
Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators lured the 3 victims to a Dallas recording studio. The gist of it is this: Williams wanted out of his contract with New 1017 Records, which is owned by fellow rapper Gucci Mane. Federal investigators say Williams pointed an AK-style weapon to the head of the victim, identified in the complaint by his initials RD, and forced that person to sign a release to his recording contract. Gucci Mane's real name is Radrick Davis, which matches the victim's initials. The group also reportedly stole expensive watches and jewelry from the victims before taking off. Investigators say they posted these pics on social media.
One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness.
A picture of one of the victims' injuries was also included in the federal complaint. The co-defendants include another Memphis rapper, Big 30, and Lontrell Williams Sr., Pooh Shiesty's dad. Our sister station in Memphis was there on Wednesday when the FBI executed a search warrant on the senior Williams' home. Dad reportedly set up the meeting between his son and the victims. Neighbors reacted to the early morning raid.
I heard them say, come out with your hands up. We've got a warrant.
Our office collaborated with multiple law enforcement agencies and other FBI offices to carry out this investigation that ultimately led to these arrests.
Meanwhile, the FBI says it is still searching for one more suspect believed to be in the Georgia area. I can tell you that the defendants face a wide range of charges, including kidnapping and robbery.
I heard this story a while ago. And the context of the story was basically, not only was he signed to 1017, his cousin was too. We all know Pooh Shiesty just got out. Pooh Shiesty only been out 6 months. Well, while Pooh Shiesty he was in there about 5 years, 4.5 years. His cousin got killed. His cousin was signed to 1017. Gucci didn't pay for the funeral. He asked for the chains back, all this. So he already had his motives. He didn't want to fuck with Gucci no more. Gucci and Gotti don't fuck with each other. Gotti smashed Gucci wife. They don't fuck with each other. Shiesty didn't want to fuck with Gucci no more. He wanted a new deal. Gotti, CMG, offered him $10 million. He said, man, if you can get out your deal, I got $10 million for you. They upped Draco's, robbed Gucci, took his watch, took his chain, took his wedding ring, and forced him to sign the contract. His release forms. He took that release forms when signed with CMG. Look, if anything, he just should have negotiated a better deal. If Gotti was going to give you 10, you just should have went to Gucci. Like, I ain't fucking with you no more. Woo, woo, I want out my deal. Gucci, how much you want to get out your deal? Give me 5, give me 10. Gucci probably would have said you hot right now. But however much that is, you go back to your label and you tell them they buy you out your deal. Maybe you got to start for nothing for this, but act you free. It was a crazy move, man. I don't know. It was dumb as hell. You just did 5 years. You been out just did like 4 or 5 years. You been out for like 6 months. You on house arrest. In the halfway house.
You can take the nigga out of here.
That ain't how you do shit, man. That ain't how you handle business. That ain't how you go about shit.
He's stupid.
Pooh Shiesty fucked everybody.
You say he what?
He fucked everybody.
How he fuck everybody? They shouldn't allow him. He the bag, he the money. Why would y'all allow him to be in that situation? Y'all should have just handled that shit. Why is Shiesty up in Draco's on Gucci? Huh?
We're like some smart niggas around.
Who came up with this bright idea? Nobody told him, nah, that ain't it, bro.
Somebody probably did, and then somebody probably was in. You know how you got the angel and the devil on your shoulder? That's what that shit was, and he fell for the okie doke.
Ain't nobody tell him like, nah, that ain't how you gonna do this, bro. They got 8 out of the 9. One's still on the run.
You're going to jail for a long time.
So if you're in the halfway house, technically you ain't free, right?
If you on probation, technically you ain't free. Like,
nope.
They just let him out early. He's serving the rest of his sentence. He was on house arrest and he was in the halfway house. And they say
now they finna add on for that.
We're gonna play a couple of these reactions of what people had to say. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
Pooh Shiesty, why you want to give him donkey? Yeah, break it down.
Now listen, bro. Homie was already on house arrest. Previous gun charges. You had an ankle monitor, bro. How you thought this was gonna turn out? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he wanted out of his contract, but instead he won't get out of his freedom.
Yeah, you're right. And I've been thinking about it too. And I'm like, well, how did you want this to end, right? Because it's not just like it was just you and Gucci, right? You had, I guess, the assistant, which is, or the cameraman, which is the white individual where you see the scars on his neck and the scars on his hands, right? You had security guards there, and if they were law or off-duty police officers, they have to report it. It's just like, how do you want this to end? And for Pooh Shiesty and his team, it's like, he's the moneymaker, right? He's the one that's out. He's doing well. The kids love him. The kids are following his trends. It's like how is this supposed to end, you know?
Crazy work, beyond diabolical. Pure niggatry.
Yeah, it's very, very sad, man. Thank you for calling, brother. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's good, Envy? This is the Incredible Hulk.
Hulk, what up, brother?
What up? Listen, I have to give Donkey of the Day to Pooh Shiesty, bro. How are you going to go into a studio like you Eazy-E, thinking you was Suge Knight, to try to get Gucci to release you from a contract like this, the 90s? Like, people not going to go to jail today. That's insane to me, my man.
Yeah, I just think let's just say, which keeps going through my mind. Let's say Gucci said, you know what, I ain't signing it. You would have killed Gucci in there?
Most likely, because he reckless. Just by him setting them up like that, it just proves that mentally he wasn't even there. Like, that whole situation, knowing that there's cameras around, he don't have a mask on, people know you're meeting with him, and then you go in there with duffel bags with guns, and then you rob people. This wasn't going to end right no matter what happened.
I'm with you.
So I hope they lock him up for life. That gangster-ish is, like, played out, bro.
No, the thing is he was on probation. And it's like, you know, these kids follow him. He's doing well. He's not a struggling artist. He's making 6 figures on his shows. You know what I mean? His records are streaming.
That FDO song that he dropped was like #1 Apple Music charts for like over Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas for like months.
Yeah, so now you put yourself in a situation, and his team too. Like, y'all all put yourselves in a situation where the breadwinner, where the person that's out there, where you can be a road manager, where you can be a stylist, where you can be a promoter, where you can do all these things, be a producer. Is locked up or having to fight a case. It just doesn't make any sense. But
he just messed up everything for his family. Now he's gonna go back. His father's gonna be up in there. Like, he literally just messed up every blessing that he got.
Yeah.
He got a second chance and he blew it by doing something stupid like that.
And then not only that, I mean, I think any lawyer would tell you, if you sign a contract under duress, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna void that contract, right? They're gonna void that contract. Yes.
Why would you record a crime? I don't understand people today. I was just driving to work. I was like, this is stupid. I don't know, man. Thank you.
Have a great weekend. Hello, who's this?
What up, Envy? This is Arsenio from Buffalo, man.
What's up, Arsenio? Talk to us, brother. Who you giving donkey to today?
Man, first donkey is obviously them Pooh Shiesty boys that did that to Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is anybody that thinks that Gucci is wrong for saying something. Obviously, they don't care about their life like he does. They don't care about his family like he does. And they don't care about his career like he does. The people that think Gucci is wrong are putting the streets before their lives, and that's just not right.
You know, Arsenio, you know the crazy thing about it is just my gut. I don't think Gucci said anything, and I know in the paperwork they said so and so identified this person. I don't think, and the paperwork can be wrong. I don't think so, because be honest, you got the camera guy who's a white individual that's taping they have pictures of his injuries. So that means he went to the police if they have pictures of his injuries, right? Then you had Gucci
Correct.
security, and if they were off-duty police officers, they had to report the crime. So I don't necessarily think Gucci spoke, but regardless, it's just stupid. It's just so damn stupid. It's just so damn stupid. And I hate to see it because Pooh Shiesty is a very talented rapper.
There's going to be so many lives ruined over this.
Yep.
Like, where's this boy mama? Where's any, like adult figure in his life? Somebody,
Shit, his daddy was with him. I'm saying his daddy got arrested with him. His daddy in jail with him.
Okay,
I think his daddy was a victim.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Lost cause, like I thought I was.
He handed his daddy the contract and says, "This all right." His daddy said, "Nah, I got to be dated." He was right there with him.
I don't get it. I do not get it. Around the board, I don't get it. Bruh. Ain't nothing around like 10 million. That's what you thought? Nigga, you $100 million nigga. What the fuck you thought 10 million was gonna do? You didn't see yourself as $100 million nigga?
And apparently he ain't see himself as a free nigga. Cause that shit was dumb as hell. And I just don't see how he thought it was just gonna go any other way. All the opportunity in the world.
But that was a stupid ass plan.